Hey, good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to my video. This is a brief review of the Laco Bremerhaven. I just picked this watch up about 2 weeks ago. I got it for an unbelievable steal. Found one on eBay. Guy was selling it for about almost a third of the retail price, and it was in almost like new condition. I couldn't believe it. So I jumped at it, picked it up, and I've been absolutely in love with this watch. I did not have a really good German watch in my collection. I was really wanting one for some time. I was looking at Laco, Stova, Sin, Nomos. But then, like I said, I found this Laco, and so I just picked it up. Still in the market for a potential Nomos or a Stova. Looking at Stova's Antia Classique collection, which is really nice. If you get a chance, check it out on Stova's website. Pretty cool. But let's start off with the Laco Bremerhaven. So there's actually two variants of this particular watch. There's the Bremerhaven and there's a white dial version called the Cuxhaven. Both the Bremerhaven and Cuxhaven names, come from port cities in Germany. And these are sort of, I guess you can call them reissues of U-boat naval officer watches. Laco is really known for doing Flieger watches, as they were one of the official watch providers for the German Luftwaffe in World War II. And their company history goes all the way back to 1925. And that's really what Laco does now, is that they produce a lot of their, they reissue a lot of their vintage-inspired pieces, if you will. And I really like this one. This one was really nice. So I'll give you the dimensions real quick. Case measures about 42.5 millimeters wide, excluding the crown. Lug to lug, you're looking at about 50 millimeters, and thickness, it's only about 10 millimeters thick. So it wears really well, even with the longer lug to lug at 50. I have 6 3/4 inch wrists, and a watch like this is about as large as I typically get. The case is made out of solid stainless steel. As you can see here on the edge, it has like a nice little coin edge bezel. It's not a movable bezel or anything like that. It's fixed. You can see the Laco right there on the crown, the insignia with the L. And then there's the movement. Now the movement is absolutely stunning. This right here is the ETA caliber 6498.1, also known as the Unitas. This watch has been around since the 1950s, and it was originally a movement for pocket watches that ETA used to produce. Laco calls it their own caliber 98. As you can see, they have their, excuse the light, they have their own branding on one of the rotors in there. They've added the Geneva striping and the thermally blued screws, but I mean, it is just an absolutely gorgeous movement. It is hand wind. I'll just give you a quick demonstration here. It just sounds and feels great. It's got the small seconds at the bottom, nice sweeping seconds hand. Comes on a very comfortable leather strap. As you can see, it's a 22 millimeter lug width. So if you're not happy with the strap, you could always just change it out for anything. It says handmade in Germany. It says made in Germany at the bottom as well. This is just seriously a solid timepiece. Let me go ahead and give you a wrist shot real quick. Full disclosure, I'm wearing my Rolex Datejust this evening. Go ahead and take that off. Put this on. And you can see how it wears on my 6 3/4 inch wrist. Like I said, it's about as large as I would want it to get for a wrist of my size. You can see it does a decent job of reflecting some of the light. It does have some anti-reflection. It is a sapphire crystal. I forgot to mention that. And the hands, the second hand, and the Arab numerals on the dial are all loomed. I wish I can give you a loom shot right now. Let me see if I can turn this light off and see if some of that loom will show up on here. Let's see. A little bit, not too much. I don't have professional lighting in here. So, but yeah, this is just a really comfortable watch. I really love it. So glad I bought it. If you're in the market for one, they typically retail for about $1,190 on Laco's website or Amazon. Their prices really don't fluctuate too much. You may find one used on Chrono24 or eBay. I got mine off of eBay. So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Once again, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them. I try to answer them as quickly as I can. Take care.